Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of ABA with Vic. Now before we begin with this week's video, go ahead and click the subscribe button so that every week you can get weekly updates of ABA with Vic. Now for this week, I'm actually here in Seal Beach, California as part of ABA with Vic's initiative to go out and explore different communities and different environments. For the past few weeks, we have been talking about prompting, and this week's video is visual prompts. Hey guys, welcome back to ABA with Vic. Now we have all seen visual prompts in our daily lives. As adults or as parents of individuals with autism, we see visual prompts everywhere. When we drive from our house to work, we see visual prompts everywhere. This could be stop signs, green lights, red lights, and these visual prompts cue us. Well, let's say that you're driving from home to work, and just as you're pulling out of your driveway, you see a stop sign. Your immediate response is to, as soon as you come to the corner, you're gonna stop. That simple visual is cueing you to do something. There are many visual prompts in our community. Now, as you continue to drive and you see a green light, that's cueing you for you to continue driving. And these help us do what we're supposed to do, whether to stop, and these help us to either go or don't go, and so forth. Now, visual prompts for individuals with autism is very helpful. These visuals, unlike the ones in the community, help us understand what we're supposed to do. And it's the exact same thing for individuals with autism. You can place visual supports around the classroom or in the house so that individuals with autism know what they're supposed to do. Visual prompts are helpful with personal schedules. As we discussed before, visual schedules help the individual transition from activity to activity in their daily lives. These visual cues are very important for individuals with autism. They are priming the individual of what's coming next. When prompting an individual using visual cues, you're just signaling the individual what to do using images or pictures that you could draw. This will help the individual complete the activity or at least transition to the activity. Let's say, for example, you're doing centers. You can lay out a visual schedule and say, okay, we're gonna start with purple table, and then after when we're done, we're gonna go to green table. You present the visual schedule so that the individual knows where to go after completing any task or any activities in the purple table. As the example that I just provided before, the student will then transition from purple table to the next table. Think of a time when you were following a recipe, and this cookbook have images of how to cut vegetables or meats. As you could recall, these books have images of how to cook the food. We are basically following visual prompts. Visual prompts will help us complete any activity. And this is the same thing for individuals with autism. And also, if you're presenting it as instructions, the child or the individual will be able to follow these instructions following the visual cues and the visual prompt. Another example that you could use visual prompts, let's say for example that you have a student who has a difficult time transitioning between classes to classes because the individual is not able to remember where the class is located or what teacher he's supposed to go to. One way that you could solve this problem is providing a personal visual schedule. You could take pictures of the teachers and put them on that schedule. You can have your schedule planned out as Mr. A first, Mr. B second, and Mr. C last. You take a picture of the teacher and put it on the student's visual schedule. Now, in the course of the student's day, Mr. A's class is over. So then the student can look at their visual schedule and say, oh, I'm supposed to go to Mr. B's class, and then follow the image to the classroom that he's supposed to. This will be another way to use visual prompts in the daily lives of students. This will be another example of how you can integrate visual prompts for students to complete certain tasks or certain activities during the day. Now that will be all for this week. This week we learned about visual prompts. We all have seen visual prompts in our lives, either stop signs, green lights, red lights, yield signs. And here at the beach, for example, you can see visual prompts of just images allowing you to fish or not to fish, or smoking areas or non-smoking areas. By using these visual cues, you are able to know what's allowed and what's not allowed. Maybe perhaps in this area of the beach, dogs are not allowed. Perhaps in different areas, they are allowed. You just have to look for the visual cues that are around. Now let's practice following visual cues. On your screen, you will see a subscribe button. Go ahead and click the subscribe button so that every week you can get weekly updates of ABA with Vic. If you already did it, good job. You're subscribed to ABA with Vic. Now that will be all for this week. This week we went over visual prompt. If you have any questions or comments, please leave me a comment down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Now, if you have any further questions or comments, please email me at abawithvic@gmail.com or tweet me at abawithvic and on Facebook at abawithvic. Now, that will be all for this week, and remember to make this week amazing. And as always, thank you for watching.